brainless but trying to look dangerous. Piers teaches Harry to start with his fork-tongued Duchess. Piers Morgan, 56, has lashed out at the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex, 40, after it was revealed Prince Harry, 37, had created a report on how to end fake news. The plan is part of Harry's role as a commissioner on disinformation for the Aspen Institute, which is based in Washington, D.C. He announced on Monday on the actual website that the Commission on Information Disorder at the Aspen Institute had set out a list of 15 specific recommendations for leaders to consider adopting across the public, private and non-profit sectors. The document also calls for increasing social media transparency and disclosure, a new proposal regarding social media platform immunity and ideas for reversing the collapse of local journalism and the erosion of trusted media. Other solutions listed include aiming for community-led methods for improving civic dialogue and resisting imbalances of information power and accountability for superspreaders of lies. But the former Good Morning Britain presenter took to his Twitter to hit out at the Queen's grandson and his wife. In view of his 7.9 million followers, Piers wrote, "Start with your fork-tongued missus, mate." The message followed a string of laughing emojis. Piers' statement comes after the broadcaster doubled down on his remarks about refusing to believe a word Meghan Markle says following the Duchess' apology for misleading the courts over her recollection of information given by her aides to the authors of Finding Freedom. The Duchess admitted to misleading the courts over her recollection of information given by her aides to the writer of an unauthorized biography, Finding Freedom, which is based on her and her husband Prince Harry. Meghan had previously denied she had any involvement in the book. Piers defended his statement, which he made following his bombshell departure from Good Morning Britain earlier this year over a row about the Sussexes' landmark interview with Oprah Winfrey. Taking to Twitter, Piers shared a series of newspaper clippings to support his argument. He typed, "I've now had 8 months to carefully reflect on my statement that I don't believe a word Meghan Markle says. And I still don't." Twitter users took to the tweet to discuss the controversy surrounding the Sussexes. Murphy_LW stated, "It's a good day when we don't hear something about Harry and Meghan. Unfortunately, USA is stuck with them. But TBH, I really feel sorry for Harry. To be separated from his country and his family must be difficult for him." Walia Mohammed argued, "What is the end game here, Piers? What does this family have to do to get you off their backs? What are your key success factors?" Kate Sweet 20927647 said, "Piers, you have been proven right all along on this. It will be interesting to see how she gets herself out of this situation. I doubt she can. Hopefully, she will now go and lead a quiet life, so we don't have to hear from her again." Wishful thinking on that. Recently, the Duke of Sussex's words come amid the release of a report by US think tank the Aspen Institute, which released its 6-month study into information disorder on November 15. Harry contributed to the report, which gave 15 recommendations for handling misinformation in the coming years. For the better part of a year, we at the Aspen Commission have met regularly to debate, discuss, and draft solutions to the mis- and disinformation crisis, which is a global humanitarian issue, the Duke wrote. "I hope to see the substantive and practical recommendations of our commission taken up by the tech industry, the media industry, by policymakers, and leaders. This affects not some of us, but all of us." The Commission on Information Disorder report released by the Aspen Institute put forward 15 recommendations, written by 3 co-chairs on the commission. Prince Harry has spoken out about misinformation in the past, with he and Meghan calling for companies to do more to stop racism and misinformation on social media on multiple occasions over the last few years. In fact, just last week, the Prince elevated his discussion of the topic, accusing British journalists of amplifying the hate and lies spread by some social media accounts while speaking at a conference in the US.